ότι ο πόλεμος της προπαγάνδας είναι πολλές φορές αδυσόπιτος και όλα τα μέσα μπορούν να χρησιμοποιηθούν για να επιτευχθεί ο σκοπός. Δηλαδή η κατάκτηση ή και η παραπληροφόρηση της κοινής γνώμης. Ας δούμε τι γίνεται.
Now there's a huge fire that we've just seen that is due west of our position that we just heard. Whoa! Holy cow! That was a large. Just one comment. Clearly I've never been there, but this feels like we're in the center of hell.
Ο πόλεμος του κόλπου του 1991 παρουσιάστηκε ως ο πρώτος στην ιστορία που πραγματοποιήθηκε σε ζωντανή τηλεοπτική μετάδοση. Στην πραγματικότητα ήταν η πρώτη φορά που το Αμερικανικό Πεντάγωνο εφάρμοσε ένα μυστικό σχέδιο για τον πόλεμο της προπαγάνδας. Ο Φίλιπ Νάιτλι έχει γράψει το πρώτο θύμα, ένα κλασικό βιβλίο για την αλήθεια και τον πόλεμο.
I think in the Gulf War, the American military and the British military were already trying out a scheme for managing the media in wartime. And it's not very difficult. You know, you deny them access, you warn them that it's dangerous. And you had General Schwarzkopf and all the other generals sort of standing up and telling them what was happening, but not letting them see it for themselves. So the system worked just as they expected it would there. The military had successfully defeated the war correspondent, and that from now on wars will be reported as the military wished them to be.
Το σχέδιο προέβλεπε επίσης ότι κανείς δεν θα μετέδιδε τι συμβαίνει στο στρατόπεδο του εχθρού. Ο μόνος Αμερικανός δημοσιογράφος που κατάφερε να μείνει στη Βαγδάτη ήταν ο Πίτερ Άρνετ του CNN. Είχε την υποστήριξη μόνο του Τεντ Τέρνερ, ιδιοκτήτη του σταθμού.
Well, CNN initially did not want me to stay. And I was one of the few in CNN who said we should stay if the Iraqis let us stay. It's an incredible opportunity. And eventually it was Ted Turner himself who made the decision that I should stay in Baghdad, not CNN management who had wanted me to leave. Why did they want me to leave? There was the safety factor, but basically it was the Bush administration, the president himself, prevailed upon CNN and others to leave. The government did not want a credible voice on the enemy side.
Χωρίς πρόσβαση στα πεδία των μαχών, οι περισσότεροι δημοσιογράφοι περιορίστηκαν στις πληροφορίες που τους έδινε ο στρατός.
You can't really tell what I'm talking about because I don't want the Iraqis to know what I'm talking about, but trust me, trust me.
Most of the television coverage of the Gulf War was the military press conference where they showed you video game things of missiles hitting bridges and all the journalists going, ah.
I'm now going to show you a picture of the luckiest man in Iraq on this particular day. Keep your eye on the crosshairs. And now in his rearview mirror.
Or we had reporters on the rooftops of hotels in Riyadh in Saudi Arabia telling us what they'd already been told by the same person.
Ο Τζον Πίλτζερ είναι ένας από τους λίγους Βρετανούς δημοσιογράφους που δεν δέχτηκαν τη στρατιωτική λογοκρισία. Υποστηρίζει ότι παρακολουθήσαμε ένα στημένο θέαμα που δεν είχε σχέση με την πραγματικότητα. Όπως αυτό των περίφημων πυράβλων Patriot, που υποτίθεται ότι κατέστρεφαν στον αέρα τους πυράβλους Σκουτ του Σαντάμ.
No Scud missiles were destroyed, that no launching pads were destroyed. This was all propaganda.
Now, for the first 36 hours, all we could see from the hotel were military barracks and government buildings exploding, and we could report that clearly the bombing seemed on target. It was on target. And for that, the Pentagon and the White House were delighted, and they quoted when reporters said, "Don't you think you're hurting civilians in Baghdad with all this bombing?" They would say, "Look at CNN."
They didn't show you the missiles that missed the bridges, and in fact, most of the missiles missed the bridges. After the war, it was only revealed after the war that the number of targets missed with a majority, that the percentage of smart weapons used was about 7%. Most of them were free-falling bombs.
Ένας από τους πυράβλους έπεσε σε ένα καταφύγιο όπου είχαν κρυφθεί εκατοντάδες γυναίκες και παιδιά.
I reported from the Al Maria shelter that 320 women and children were killed, there were attempts by the first Bush administration to brand me unpatriotic. And it was just really calculated, a calculated attack, because the information I was providing, turned out to be in the end negative, not positive.